Hello friends and welcome to session 83. My name is Brianna and I am the dyer, designer, and human behind The Little Wolf Knits and this YouTube channel. I am here with you on today is Tuesday, April 15th. I think it's the 15th at about 1 o'clock. It is like overcast and gloomy outside, but it is quite warm. I'm not actually wearing a tank top all day. I actually was in the garage earlier this morning in my dyeing sweatshirt, so I'm gonna have to put something on a little bit warmer after I film this, but for now, I wanted to wear something knit. So here we are. I am super excited. I have lots to talk about today. Something I finished, something I've been working away on, some new things that should be coming pretty soon. And some stuff that's going on in the shop. So grab a project, grab a drink, and let's jump in. Let's get started with what I'm wearing. I actually finished this tank top quite a while ago, probably a month ago at this point, and it's been in testing, and it's actually coming out next week. I think next week without looking at the calendar because this will go live the end of this week. Yes, next week. So I wanted to wear it and show you my Bay Day tank. It's a collab knit with my friend MC of Blame the Knot. She is making a crochet version of this pattern. I have the knit version. And this is Runt of the Litter on my Sunfish base. This is a colorway from my wolfpack collection that not many people have seen, and it's really cute. Just from the top, it looks like a simple tank top, 1x1 ribbing around the edges. It is not super wide, like it does come in a little bit, but covers the bra straps, which is a plus. Has awesome shaping, so there's some short rows for your bust, some waist decreasing, and then this really cute sort of scoopy thing. Here, let me see. Can I show you? Where it goes up on the sides. However, I am learning that I do an I-cord so tight. I don't know why. But I might redo this I-cord just to give a little bit more stretch. It's just tight down here, so it's like pulling up in the back a little bit, and I would have to find it, but I thought I had some leftover yarn from this project. I hope I didn't get rid of it. I don't know where it is. I'm gonna have to find it. If I can find it, I might loosen this up. I might just see how it wears when I actually wear it a little bit, but I love it. My testers are loving them, and I cannot wait to see the Bay Day tank on everyone this summer because it works up so quickly and it's so cute. That's all that I'm wearing knit-wise today. I don't have too much admin other than my trunk shows, which are happening next week for Wool Walk. I'll talk about them later for in the shop. So let's jump into what I've finished. I have a finished item, and it is a sweater. I was not expecting for this to be done this week because I had been working on the bottom hem this time last week. I was anticipating finishing this bottom hem. I only had about an inch left and one sleeve. However, I ended up finishing 2 sleeves. And it looks amazing. This is my DRK Everyday Sweater by Andrea Mowry of Drea Renee Knits. And this is in handspun yarn that I spun using an Akara Yarns fiber solstice countdown. I talked about it a lot back in December. If you're curious, go watch Advent, go watch these podcasts, and you'll see me talk about it. But this is for my mom. I readjusted because this is a like solidly fingering weight yarn, and the pattern is written for a sport DK. It's written for a sport, but more of what I typically get for a DK gauge. So I redid some of the math, figured out with this new gauge of a fingering weight yarn, I could go up 1 needle size, get the size that I'm still looking for. Not 1 needle size, 1 pattern size. I actually went down however many needle sizes to get the gauge and the fabric that I wanted, and then I chose a different size, checked all the math on the schematics, and we were good to go. So yeah, I have a finished sweater. I ended up doing the arms, so I think this is really cool. I joined in here for the sleeve. I worked a little bit. I think I actually worked through, I don't know, here maybe? And then I flipped back to this sleeve. This is actually the first one. I worked this to here. Then I broke the yarn, came here, worked to here, broke the yarn, spit spliced the yarn in. This hard line is from joining yarn, but then I worked the yarn probably to here, somewhere in here, split the yarn, worked this much, probably to here, split the yarn, worked the rest of this sleeve to here. No, I don't know. This actually is not from any yarn splicing. That's just how the skein went. So I think I rejoined it here, but I did this one second because I definitely joined somewhere here, worked to the cuff, joined here, worked to the cuff, worked the cuff, and then worked this cuff. And I only had a few ends at the ends of the sleeve and the beginning of the neckband because I spit spliced everything else. Oh, one at the bottom of the hem for the body. But it looks so good. I love it so much. I think Mom really likes it. She was curious about the fit because the ribbing on the bottom is still sucking in. So I told her, do not worry about it. Once it blocks out, it's going to be perfect. And if she doesn't like it, I'm going to keep the sweater because it is amazing. I think she is going to like it. I hope she wears it a lot. And let me see if I can throw it on over this tank and show you. I'm so jealous and I want another handspun sweater for myself because it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, it's awesome. Oh, it's so cozy. And the fit is so perfect. But this neck is nice. Yeah, it's really perfect. I want another handspun sweater in a lighter fingering weight. I don't have too many fingering weight sweaters, so I think it would be really nice to have a handspun one. But this is going into a blocking bath right when I'm done with this. And then the next time you see it maybe will be on a picture of my mom. I can insert right here a photo of her trying it on when I had the sleeves going just to check for length of sleeves. And it looks so good on her. But that is the only thing that I finished. I won't even say only, because it was so much knitting. But I have not finished anything else. So let's talk about what else I've been working on. I'll be honest, I have not been working on that much else because so much of my time went to this sweater. And I really just finished the second cuff last night. So I do have some other projects. I have one other project going, but I really only worked on it today. Oh, that's not true. I do have a story about this. Okay, let me just show you. It's in Mrs. Brown's bag. It's so cute. And inside I have a skein. I have 2 skeins now, actually, of Renewal on Schooner. I have had so many people, my friend Chelsea of Knitting Tipsy poloed me and was like, Brie, what is that green you're using? Where did Renewal come from? Why have I not seen it? And this was a Wolfpack collection colorway. I think a lot of people, she was like, I've never seen it. A lot of my stories and pictures and grid posts that got shared haven't been seen. Again, I had no sales on this color, which is so surprising, but it's beautiful. I also had no sales on this colorway, which is also surprising because it's beautiful. So again, using Renewal, I am making a North Ave slipover by me, and I am working on the front panel. I decided to make a 36. My last size, the one that I made, was a 44, so it had about 10 inches of positive ease. I wanted to go less, but I was back and forth. Do I want a 40? Do I want a 36? Do I want a 40? Do I want a 36? I decided to go 36 for now, and I hope it was the right call. I think it will be. I think it'll be good, but I redid the back panel of this at least 3 times. Twice because I did silly math, where I know the gauge on this is 24 rows, and I had to do 5.5 inches. So I was like, oh, 26 rows. Excuse me, no. So that was wrong. I did it. I did the increases. I'm like, this is too short. What's going on? Realized what I did. Ripped out the increases, added the length, added the wrong amount of inches. Again, because I was doing bad math, figuring out rows per inch. So I added the wrong amount of inches, did the increases again. Was like, why is this short? Counted how many rows I had, realized I was still short, fragged the increases for a second time, reknit to the correct length, added the increases, and now we are finally good to go. Third time is a charm. Ah, it's so good. I'm in love with this and this color and this tank. It's going to be so good. But just today, I actually picked up for the left shoulder, did increasing for the neck here, and then worked my right shoulder, and now I have cast on a neck, and now I'm just working straight, flat, for the front panel to match the back panel before I join in the round. I would love to finish the front panel tonight and be joined in the round for the body by the time I go to the movies. That would be lovely, because working flat with increasing and decreasing in boucle in a movie, I don't want to do. So I would love to get to the body, and then I could just work 2x2 rib round and round in the movies, and it will be so perfect. And this will just be an on-the-go knit, super portable, but I would not be surprised if I finished it within the next week based on how it's going. I also have been doing some project planning and prepping, because I know this project is not going to last me forever, and then I needed to figure out what I was going to make next. So in my Songbird handmade bag, I have the leftovers of my mom's sweater from the Akara yarn spin, and this is 109 grams. Actually, that was before I did the cuff or finished the cuff, so let me measure it again. 108 grams. Okay, so this is a lot of yarn. My yardage is very nice on this, so my plan is to use this to make myself a tank top. I might do another bay day. I think that would be really fun. I could do a C Street. Would also be fun. I think I'm going to do a bay day. I think it'd be fun to have a second one of this. And maybe get it done in time for release. That would be pretty fun, but that's a plan. It is not done yet. I don't think I'm going to keep it in this bag, because this is quite a large sweater quantity bag, and just for one skein of yarn and a tank top, I don't really need that. I also have so many bags. I want to try and switch them out every project so that I can get more use out of them. I know I kept my Mrs. Brown's bag the same, but I think I might switch out this project bag. So that is one project that will be getting started very soon. I actually might start it this afternoon if it doesn't look like I'm going to be joined in the round for my North Ave. I might start it, get through the short rows on the back panel, and then just have that straight knitting. And I have prepped a second project that I will be casting on. This one, I think I'm going to wait on this one until I'm done with one of those tanks, because this is going to be a design that comes out in August. But I have wound up 2 skeins of, this is my wolfpack colorway from the wolfpack collection on Sunfish, and I'm going to use these to make a really fun tank. It's going to be a little bit of a wider top. It's going to come down, have some knitting, and then a really pretty high, I'm thinking like up here, split hem, where I do a full panel of ribbing on the front and a full panel of ribbing on the back, some ribbing around the edges for the neck, and I'm really excited. I don't know if it's going to be 1x1 rib or a 2x2 rib. I can't decide. I think I might actually play around and see what I like better for the flappy bit, and look at numbers for what I want to do there, because one has to be a multiple of 4 plus 2 and the other has to be a multiple of 2 plus 1. So I'll see what numbers are looking like. I'll see what I like the look of. I could always, you know, change the numbers. That's what pattern designing is, and make it work. But I'm super excited to use this colorway, and I need to find a bag for this. So I will be finding 2 project bags from downstairs, and I'm really excited. Feel like I'm leaning into spring and flowers and new growth and warmth, and I'm excited to see what I come up with for those 2 projects. I also have been doing a little bit of drop spindling. I'm super excited. It's over there. I didn't bring it to show because it looks the same as it has looked, but my Grand Canyon on Rambouillet using my Carry Cherry bobbin drop spindle is moving along. I'm trying to just spin a little bit every day, and I would love to get that done. Do I want to say by the end of April? I feel like every time I set a goal or a challenge, or I'm going to do this every day, I end up not wanting to do it. But I think if I get that done by the end of April, that would be really fun, and that would leave me May to pick up a new drop spindle spin and get started on some wheel spinning. So fingers crossed. I'm really excited for those. But those are all of my projects that I'm working on. So let's chat about what's in the shop. What's in the shop has actually not changed at all, which we love. So let me just give you a little recap about what we have going on. First, I should grab this, but we have our series of Unfortunate Yarn Club, which is a monthly club that is running throughout the entirety of 2025 with colorways each month based off a book from a series of unfortunate events, the book series. And this is the 4th month. This is April. The 4th book is called The Miserable Mill. So we have The Miserable Mill. And this colorway is so good. I have actually seen a lot of people either join the club after seeing this colorway or just pick up some skeins for this month alone. You don't need to commit. For this club, you can purchase month by month, or you can sign up for an ongoing subscription where you get an invoice every single month with the chance to opt in or opt out. You don't need to pay the invoice every month. It just gives you that reminder so that you don't forget a month. And at the end of the year, there will actually be a 13th colorway for the final book that only the folks who have a subscription to will have access to. So even if you technically don't buy every month, but you just sign up as a subscription and get the invoice every month, you'll have a chance to grab that book because you might like the colorway or the color inspiration of that 13th book. So just a little tip, insider tip there. But this one, The Miserable Mill, I have a hair on it. These like seafoamy sagey greens are so good. Very reminiscent of what's in here. Super subtle, but obviously the purples and speckles. And yeah, I love this one so much. We also, and this is like pretty much a last call. I think I'll share it last week too, but this is our last 2 weeks to grab our July countdown, which is inspired by the movie Moana 2. It is our Island Girl Year 2 countdown. I will be dyeing them up in this coming month so I can ship them out in June. So consider this your last call. You don't want to miss out on this, especially if you got year 1. Even if you didn't get year 1, there are going to be so many tropical, colorful vibes that I think are like vibrant colors without being so bright and obnoxious, right? Like some of these colors are pretty bright, but Some of them are soft and muted and earthy. And this is my cocoa countdown from 2022 maybe. But I think you can see how my color style plays with earth tones, brights, pastels, and does a really nice mix of that. So if you like the movie Moana, this countdown is definitely for you. And then last but not least, we have our Wolfpack collection in the shop. I've shown lots of colorways today. Actually, all 3 of the colorways that aren't my handspun are from the Wolfpack collection. We have Rented the Litter. We have Wolfpack. Oh, it's so good. We have Renewal, which is that bright springy sort of mossy green. There are so many colors from that collection. I'm just about dyeing. I have one more colorway to dye. Prowl was my biggest seller so far. But the Wolfpack collection is still open and available through the end of this month. So feel free to grab anything while you can before it leaves the shop. And then, like I said, I mentioned I will have 3 trunk shows next week for New Jersey Wool Walk. You could find me Thursday at the Mother Knitter in Red Bank. You could find me Friday at Grace and Pearl in Avon by the Sea. Or you can find me Saturday at the Creative Knot in Ocean Grove. I am so excited to see all of you. I'm going to be bringing so much yarn from the Cookie Jar collection, sock blanks, some fun colors, exclusive colors to the shops that I'll be at least for Grace and Pearl. I'll have some of my in my Grace and Pearl era. And yeah, I'm just really, really excited to see you all there. So stop by, say hi. Let me know if you're planning to come and see me down below so I can prepare. And definitely say hi, stop by, take a picture. Even if you're not shopping and you just want to come say hi, don't hesitate to do so. But that's all that I have as far as what's in the shop. So let's just chat about life. Life has actually looked pretty consistent the last few weeks, which I am very grateful for. We love stability. We love consistency. My mom is healing. She's getting better every day. I think it's hard because she's still in pain. So I think she talks to people and they're like, oh, you're getting better. And she's like, well, I'm still recovering. I'm still in pain. It is just less painful. She described her symptoms. She's like, on a Richter scale, they're now a 3 instead of a 9. But it's still a 3. Like, that still hurts. So being home with her has been super nice. Being able to do a bit more with her has been really nice. Last week, when did I talk to you? Probably on Wednesday. I went home Thursday. I took her to get a manicure. I think that was really nice for her. On Friday, we did so much. All of the errands. She did more in like by 1 p.m. than she had done in the last 2 months combined. We went grocery shopping, out of the post office, I had to go to the office, I had to print something. So that was really, I think, cool for both of us to see her do. So that was awesome. Then, what did we do? We went to Lido's on Friday night. On Saturday, we dyed Easter eggs, my whole family. I have done that every single year, I think, since I was like a toddler. And I have never missed a year. So that was really fun. Even when I lived in Texas, we FaceTimed and dyed eggs together. So that was super fun. And then I cooked Saturday night. Sunday, we went to see The Amateur. And it was so good. I really, really liked it. Yeah, it was great. I definitely recommend it. Tonight, we're going to see Warfare. And then we're also hoping to see The Drop this week. There's so many good movies out that we really want to see. So just trying to fit them all in and prioritize is definitely hard. I finished reading every Frida McFadden book that you could read, I think. And so I'm officially done. I'm canceling my Kindle Unlimited, at least for now. And I started reading, oh no, what's it called? So the series, everybody in my family has killed someone or murdered someone. Everyone on this train is a suspect. And then there's a third Christmas one that's like everyone and has a secret this Christmas or something like that. And when I started to read it, I realized that it was set up Advent style. So there are 24 chapters. He was like, you could read one every day leading up to Christmas. That would be super fun. I was like, oh no, Should I wait? Should I save this until Christmas? And I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm already reading it. I'm just going to go ahead. So I've been reading that. It should be a pretty quick read. They're okay. They're not my favorite books. They're fine. They're, books that sort of go pretty quickly or easy reads and are okay. But after that, I'll be reading The Wide Window along with my Wolfpack, and then I think The Lying Game by Ruth Ware, and I'm really excited for both of those. After I read those, I think I might jump into the Harlan Coben books or potentially get back into the Maggie Sefton knitting series. I'm not sure which way I want to go. Maybe back and forth. Maybe I'll pop through them. But that's pretty much what I've been reading, what movies we've seen. As far as watching for TV, Michael and I finally started season 3 of White Lotus. We just watched the first episode last night. It's so good already. I'm really excited. I'm glad that we waited so we could just binge through them and hopefully finish that this week. Yeah, but that's pretty much all that's going on in my life. There's lots of stuff going on behind the scenes with the house and construction and paperwork and yada yada, and boy is it a headache. But work is keeping me pretty busy. Mom's keeping me busy. I'm getting back into the flow of dyeing yarn again, so that's keeping me really busy. And I'm just grateful and happy that everyone seems to be moving in a good direction. I'm grateful that you are all here and amazing and supportive, and I wouldn't be able to do this without all of you. So yeah, sometimes I just have moments like that where I'm like, wow, I'm so grateful that my life looks like what it looks like, and I wouldn't be able to do that without all of you here. So thank you. Thank you so much. And I hope that you are doing all of the things that you want to be doing. I hope that spring has got you motivated and excited about making whatever it is you're making. And I hope that you're taking care of yourselves. But until next week, I also hope that you're taking care of each other. See you then. Bye.